I died. But then I got better, kind of.
Our traveling procession arrived at the back at the crone's house there. Marcus having run Danielle and Gideon across town in the wheelbarrow. Cecil trailed along behind carrying Gideon's things, which was probably adding to the comedy of this, since I think the sword would have probably been taller than Cecil.
Probably twice my height.
The crone had a price for her assistance. We must seek the Thuringian, a lantern-esque artifact with a blue center and white supporting pillars. She expects we're likely to run into it while hopping dimensions like demented frogs. Danielle got a health potion, Gideon got a potion that brought him back to life, and the crone admonished us to carry health potions and not to head into the forest tonight as it would end in disaster. That's what I've got.
We did talk to the miller, and he had barely any information to provide.
Was hardly even worth the death.
We heard a rustling in the morning, and we kind of have a suspicion that it was Gideon, but I can't prove it. I don't have the evidence. That's pretty much
Gideon
what I got.
may not have eaten a raw chicken while unconscious. He's not entirely sure, and no one else is, so he's going to try and keep that way.
Because those things always work out for the benefit of everyone.
Everything is fine.
Mm-hmm. I will remember to get silver tipped crossbow bolts.
He believes everything is fine. Can we do some like deception checks on this guy?
No, it's fine.
No, no, no. The other way around, trying to trick him into believing things. Sounds like fun. Later, I suppose.
Nope, that's all I got.
Nope.
I will in the morning though restring my crossbow to due to the fact that we are traveling. The one thing I will mention though is we did find out that health potions are a little out of our price range. So multi-class is coming up, people. Anyways, so after Marcus restrings his crossbow, he's gonna get a bite to eat before they head out. Make sure he heads out on a full stomach. Did we? Yeah, that might be right. I couldn't remember if we're just going downstairs or if we just had breakfast. Yeah, no, you're right. We just had breakfast and then we're leaving.
Yeah. The only thing Gideon would do before we leave is to make sure that he's got a length of rope in his pack. Just, make sure supplies and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I think we'd head right where the map takes us, or half a map. Or no, no, we have more than half a map. Darkness has befouled my eyes. Uh, where do you want us? We can't see anything until we get thrown on the map. Okay, dokily. Oh, there's boom. Okay.
Good timing because I believe my dinner's ready.
Just a standard D20. Already starting off good.
I'm sorry, was that?
Yeah.
No worries.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
We've all been there. Technology.
Is OBS having an issue with the input?
Okay, now it's working. I had to turn it off and turn it back on again and fuck with like 5 settings, and I don't know what fixed it. Anyway, someone rolled a d20. You guys got a 2?
We got a 2.
Got a 2. Alright. You. Give me a moment here. I'm gonna roll another d20. And what's y'all's passive perception?
Uh, 10.
10? 12?
12, I believe.
You just jumped on the kitten. What the fuck? $12?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go check and see if Percy broke the cat. Hey. Back up. Buzz off, Percival! Alright. Sorry, everyone. Everything is chaos and Liam's not asleep, so Sam isn't here to help. Let's see. So 12 was the highest?
Mhm.
Damn. Alright.
We're literally in the dark.
Yeah.
Should be. Sorry, y'all. I'm still trying to figure out Foundry. It's not going well.
What are you trying to do?
Hopefully you guys can see the map now.
No.
I put my token on the map, so if people just put their token on the map, they'll be able to see it.
Oh, joy. So that helps if you put your tokens on the map.
Yep.
Yep.
Not that it really matters, it's just for flavor.
So we all should be able to see now.
I mean, your passive
I can
perception
see.
is
It's a miracle.
highest is a 12. Y'all can't see shit.
Well, yeah, but
We might be able to see the fire burning in
Yeah.
front of our faces, right?
That's not there, like I said. That picture is for ambience
Yeah.
only.
That's all right.
it's level 2, everybody! Yay!
Woo!
Alright. Yeah. Nothing eventful. You guys don't see anything or hear anything unusual as you walk through the forest.
I
So
don't believe you.
you guys get about a half day's travel in. Why don't you roll me another d20?
Now let's roll a d20.
You stay here, please, until your dad gets out of the bedroom. That didn't roll.
It's bricks. Well, I was hoping.
You have to hit type slash roll.
There we go.
A lot better
17.
than mine.
Well, better's not really a thing. It's fate dice.
Oh.
Alright, Marcus. As you're traveling, you hear a whispering. You hear a whispering just on the edge of your hearing. It's hard to make out, though.
Does anybody hear that?
Perception check?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Huh?
Nope.
Yeah, what?
Bug got in my eye.
I hear vague whispering. Kind of off in the distance. I can't make out if it's saying anything, but it definitely sounds like whispering. Probably just my imagination if you all can't hear it. Can I look in the direction? Do I see anything at all?
You don't see anything immediately.
Okay. He'll kind of just brush it off and keep it in the back of his mind as he kind of pushes forward.
I'm going to move forward in kind of a heightened state of alert since I don't think it's just nothing. I might not be able to hear it, but then again, I didn't believe in rat men until yesterday.
This is a good point.
Yeah, I'm gonna forward and I like to do it like as stealthily as I can manage.
Okay, if you're stealthing, you move at half speed.
Probably don't want to get that far behind. So yes, not actually stealthing, just trying to make sure I don't step on a branch.
Okay. Eventually, the whispering fades.
You still hear it?
Nope, seems to have gone away, so I don't know.
I don't know whether to be alarmed or relieved.
Probably a little bit of both.
Fair point.
Okay. Another couple of hours pass. Someone else roll me a d20.
I'll roll.
Yep, sounds right. It's just fate dice, though. So, you can't crit fail fate, can you?
I'm pretty sure Gideon can. Hell, I think the fact that he's here to begin with means he crit failed fate.
As you're walking, the rain starts to pick up. Light at first, and then heavier, until it's a downpour and you can't see as far as your hand. It is dark and it is pouring out.
Well, I'd say I think we probably should find some shelter.
By that point, Gideon has stopped walking and just stares up at the skies. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. I'm sure if we find a cave, there'll be a bear in it.
Are you sure it'll be just a bear or a rat bear?
Gee.
You can try and look for shelter if you'd like. That is also an option.
Can I make a survival check?
Sure can.
I would like to assist him on this check since I'm invested in being dry.
Yeah, you can definitely make some survival. You can make a survival check with advantage because you're getting some help.
That's good. Much better. 22.
22, nice. Yeah, you find an empty cabin. It doesn't look like it's been empty for long, but it is empty.
Well, I found ourselves a nice, fine cabin.
It's definitely
I'm not sure.
one room cabin. It's not fancy. Probably like someone's hunting cabin.
I'll take it. Downpour like that. I don't mind rain, but when it's a downpour like that, I mind rain.
We might want to see if it's occupied first.
I'll bet you a copper it's haunted.
You'll bet a what?
I'll take that bet. I'll knock on the door. Does anyone answer?
No answer.
No. Is it locked?
It is not.
I'm gonna open the door and go inside. Okay. Seems fine.
Sure you don't want to pay up now?
Our luck's changing. It's an unlocked door and currently unoccupied.
Since when has an unlocked door in a cabin in the woods been an invitation to come in? He says as he walks inside after Marcus.
Cecil, in a fit of, I'll call it stupidity, he's going to walk away from the rest of the group. He's going to walk around walk around the cabin, just to make sure there's nobody just on the other side of it.
Yeah, sure. It's raining pretty hard, so I'm gonna make you roll a perception check.
Okay.
Oh God, where's the little one? It got Cecil.
He'll be fine.
You can't see a thing.
Yeah, no, nothing seems unusual.
Work my way back around. Come inside. Just wanted to make sure there was nobody out there.
Oh, welcome back. I thought the ghost got you.
I hope not.
Me too. They're a pain in the ass to get rid of. What's the condition of this place?
Um, the roof is solid. The walls are solid. There's not any water leaking in. It doesn't look. It's not stocked, so it's not like there's food or anything there. There is a bed. It's just a single bed though, and it does not have any linens on it. It does have um, uh, it does have a mattress, but no linens.
Got a bed, chair, Necronomicon. You know, the usual things a cabin has.
Bed, chair, necromantic. No visible necronomicon, but you guys' passive perceptions are stupid low, so who knows?
Well, that's because there's a door that opens on the floor that we can go into that's currently locked by a chain, and there's certainly nothing in there saying I'll swallow your soul. For sure.
I'm checking under the rugs.
Yeah, you find a hatch under one of the rugs.
Oh, you've got to. Oh, could be a cellar, I suppose.
I'll be poking in the corners, etc. It's like, are there cupboards? Are there secret doors in the wall? Are there notebooks hidden in between, like, boards?
Roll investigation.
Can I assist her so she can get an advantage?
How are you assisting?
I'm looking also.
Okay, sure.
She checks the high places. Cecil checks the low.
And it's still
Alright.
a 7.
Yep. Oh well.
Yo!
Does it not show both dice that rolled?
It does.
If
You've
you use
rolled
the
2
advantage.
5s.
Ah! There it is. Okay. It wasn't opened out on my screen. I wasn't
So
sure.
you see the 2d20 KH that says 2d20 keep higher.
Ah,
If-
okay. Thank you.
Ah.
If you click on the 7, it'll do a breakdown and show you what each of your rolls were.
There, I've learned something new already. Alright. I assume I have learned next to nothing new about the cabin, though.
Nope. You found a spider web that was unoccupied.
Stares at the spider web. I'm not sure if I'm more freaked out that it's here and it's empty.
No rats.
Well, that's one thing in our favor, I suppose.
Can I investigate the cellar?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm like trying to open the door, so Marcus and I are honing in on the same place.
Not bad. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You open the cellar. You see a ladder leading down. It's dark. Looks like there's some shelving.
Like a storage cellar for like
Yeah.
food, stuff like that.
Yeah. Are you gonna head down and check it out?
Oh yeah, I'll go down. I'll light my torch too if I have to.
Sure. You light your torch and head down. You hear a small.
Actually, is there any like friggin' lanterns or anything hanging up?
Yeah, there's a lantern hanging up.
Yeah, I'll light the lantern.
Sure.
Use that.
I'm gonna look over to Danielle and Cecil. We're checking the basement for bodies. Be right back.
Okay, well, be sure to holler if they're
Breakfast.
alive.
I'm sure you'll hear me shouting.
Don't die.
No promises.
Sure.
Evil sword, isn't he?
So you head down to the basement. Roll a perception check.
That 20.
Damn. So you see a small area of darkness kind of flittering around here and there, and hear it chittering at you a little bit. Not aggressively. Just chittering.
Like an animal?
Like maybe like a small animal that moves creepily fast.
Rat.
You want high fives? Where's Daddy?
I'm sorry, what?
Apparently,
on.
the animal wants high fives.
Yeah,
I thought the
apparently.
same.
Hold on. He thinks it's funny too. Hey. It is way past your bedtime, bud. Yeah, why? Why?
High
Okay, you want a high five? Here's a high five. One high five just for you.
five.
Thank you. Hey, you want to go to bed?
Yeah.
You need that? This was a ploy to get that?
Yeah.
It was?
I get my bottle. I got my bottle. Got my bottle.
Night. Go to bed. Night, night. I
No.
love you. I want a high five. God damn it. Okay. You see a small, unnaturally moving creature. Mostly looks like a medium-sized shadow. It's like probably the same size as a raccoon, even if it is not moving at all like a raccoon. Skittering about, chittering at you as you enter. Sounds like an angry squirrel.
I'm gonna be behind Marcus at the foot of the ladder, and I just like slowly draw my sword.
My lord, man, you don't need to pull out your sword at everything in the darkness.
I find it's the best way to persuade the darkness against getting uppity.
I'm gonna, because I can't identify what kind of creature it is, right?
Oh,
I can't.
You can try and pick something and roll it, and we'll see what happens. But it's gonna be a high-ass DC.
Well, I was going to actually take out a ration and offer a ration,
Okay.
a piece of a ration to it to see if I can't draw it out into the light so I can actually see what it looks like.
Sure. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
I'll give
Interesting.
you advantage because you have food.
Food is always the actually, I'm not horrible at persuasion. Natural 20. I really want to see what this creature looks like.
This small creature. It looks like, so in your time you've seen depictions of drawings of fairies. This thing looks kinda like that, but made of shadows. It's got like buggy black eyes, and it's limping a little bit as it moves towards you. It grabs the piece of jerky and heads back towards the corner, watching you as it chomps on the jerky. It's definitely a thing that exists. It's small, it's not that big.
Could I do an Arcana check to see if this reminds me of anything from the Belmont
You
books?
can certainly try. Like I said, it'll be a high DC to try to recognize what this is.
Perfectly fine. 14.
The best you can tell is that maybe it's some sort of elemental, but it doesn't seem to match any element that you know.
What the hell is this?
I ain't got the foggiest clue, but it looks injured. But it's one things I've learned in life: you don't mess with wild creatures. So I believe the offering of a piece of food, and we leave bidding, and then I don't know. Do we leave the door open to let it go? Like, I don't know what these things want.
It's made of darkness, which is not a very encouraging sight, but it hasn't attacked us yet either.
I don't think we should kill it, if that's what you're saying.
Oh, I wasn't planning to. Not
Oh,
unless
okay.
it tried to attack you first.
Well, it's not attacking us. We've given it an offering. I say we head back upstairs.
Lock it back up. Sounds about right. I'm down for this idea. I'll climb back up the ladder.
Sure.
I'll head back up as well.
We found a creepy shadow fairy in the basement. We're gonna lock it down there.
Shadow fairy?
Yep, it'll be fine.
As in detect you, or
No, I gave it a piece of jerky, and it seemed fine with that, and it seems injured, so I'd rather not provoke it any further.
Diesel takes his book out and goes, I wonder if it would sit still long enough for me to draw it from my journal.
I can certainly try to describe it to you if you want.
Oh, that'd work too if you could.
I have no qualms with keeping records. And I guess as we kind of sit here, I figure we'll probably stay here overnight.
Mhm.
It's been about that long anyway, so.
Yeah, it looks like the rain has maybe washed out your travel for the evening or for the
Yeah.
latter half portion of the day. So you
It
guys
does look like
lose about 2 hours of travel.
Is what it is. We'll get there instead of half day. We'll get there mid
From
afternoon.
the afternoon?
Yeah.
so. Just to clarify, we're just hanging out here for a couple hours. We're not spending a full night.
No, we're spending the night here.
Okay. The moment, as soon as Diesel realizes we're not going anywhere else, I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'm going to have time to rest afterwards, so just
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, there's something in the basement.
just the basement.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
skittering around the basement. It's definitely a magical creature.
Does it tell me anything about it?
Uh,
What type of magical creature in any way, like Fey, undead? I think it goes that far. Hold on. See faint or just faint aura.
Yeah, it's just a fan order. It doesn't tell you anything other than that.
I didn't know if the auras were colored or anything like that.
No.
But no. Diesel looks around and goes, well, it looks like our friend in the basement's the only one here. That's something at least.
So you mentioned this is kind of like a one-room hunting cabin.
yeah.
Are there any stout wooden posts in this room, like supporting the roof and whatnot?
Yeah, there's like a couple towards the front of the house.
Okay.
With that, I guess Marcus is going to describe the creature to Cecil for documentation purposes, and so he can draw it. And then he's gonna roll out, ask for his bedroll, actually, from Cecil, because Cecil has all the bedrolls.
Yep. Pulls it out.
And Marcus will roll his out and take off his muddy boots, his wet clothes, and hang them somewhere where hopefully they'll dry, and probably eat his food and go to sleep.
Sure.
A good description, I figure, would take a couple hours.
So
Off ration.
how are you all handling tonight? Just everyone going to sleep?
I'm gonna stay up. Probably should take turns keeping an eye on things. I'll stay up for the first watch while I still have my detect magic abilities things up, so I can see things that are not there, at least for a little while, and then I'll just stay up for a little bit.
I'm going to see if I can find something heavy to move on top of the carpet, on top of the trapdoor.
You mean
Sure.
like the bed?
Yeah, sure. I drag the bed over there. Then I go and set my bedroll down by one of those front posts.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take second watch.
All right.
Just wake me up if you want me to take a watch. I could take a couple-hour watch if we needed.
Same.
As after Marcus and Danielle have kind of settled themselves down, I'm gonna pull out the rope and start tying one end around the post, making sure it's got a nice strong knot. Then I'll tie the other end around my leg, just around the ankle.
Cecil watches you do this.
I pause and look up at him, blink. I sleepwalk.
Ah. I will keep that in mind.
Just, give a good holler if I start to wander off.
Will do.
I make sure the length between me and the post is actually pretty short, so I can't get very far.
Sure.
Cecil sits quite a bit of a distance past that point.
All right.
Casually, not obviously.
Once I'm secured, then I will settle down to grab a few hours.
Okay. Easy enough. Just a moment. Someone steals all my D4s. Okay. Cecil, roll me a perception check.
Come on. Ooh.
Natural 20. Damn, nice.
God. Strong rolls tonight.
Yeah,
The detect magics made me hyper vigilant.
a lot of that fucking. You see all of the nothing that is happening.
Oh no, the nothing.
The nothing. Everything seems safe and secure. Still pouring out, but it's not flooding. No signs that anything's coming up the stairs.
How are my compatriots?
Look fine. They all snore.
That's about right.
They all snore.
Yep.
Varying levels of severity, but everyone snores.
All right.
Alright. Who do you wake up for second watch?
So Marcus was next.
It's up to you.
I couldn't remember who said they were next. Was it Marcus or Gideon?
He was getting it.
Gideon. Oh, okay. So Cecil is going to walk towards Gideon, getting ready to put his hand on the shoulder. Pauses. Thinks better. Looks around. Goes down by the feet area instead of by the upper half. Goes down by the feet area and just kind of taps on the bed a bit. So if it startles him, he's at least going to take a bit before he gets at me.
Buh,
It's your turn, sir.
buh. All right. Right. I'm getting up. All right. Oh, shit. I can't feel my foot. I'm going to rouse and untie my ankle and try to massage some feeling back into my foot.
Let me stay with you for a bit.
Pardon?
Did you need me to step with you for a bit, or are you all set?
Nah, get some sleep, mate. We'll likely need it for tomorrow.
Cecil doesn't get up on the bed, but he kind of finds a corner. Just kind of goes into the corner,
Mm-hmm.
back into the corner, facing everybody else. Just kind of puts his head down, nods off.
Sure. Alright. Gideon, you're up for the second shift?
I am.
And you untied yourself?
I did.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Oh, this is very much the
Ew.
way most of Gideon's nights go.
Sure. So you're keeping a watch out, just relaxing. Look to your left, look to your right, look to your left again, and there's the small creature is poking the rope that you had tied yourself up with.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what the shit?
It
How the hell did you get up here?
blinks at you and tilts its head to the side and makes a small, like, you know that chirpy noise that cats make?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I look over to the bed and the rug to see if anything moved when I wasn't paying attention.
Does not appear anything moved.
Friggin' whoa, shit!
Sorry. That's not in character. Vaxel Don.
Gideon flinches as the wolves howl outside the window.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
All right, well, you better not cause any trouble, you hear me?
It blinks at you, a little confused. Are your is your bag around? Did we lose somebody?
Yes, we lost Cecil.
There we go.
We have regained Cecil.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Our power flickered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Gideon probably has his bag near him.
Okay. It starts to try and poke its head in your bag. Is this creature small? Like as you look at it, it's probably 8 or 9 inches, maybe. Let's say Barbie sized. Barbie sized. This thing is not big.
Oi, what are you doing there? Stay out of that.
Let me look at your bag. Hold on one moment while I dig through your shit.
I start like waving a hand at him, leaning forward. Shoo, shoo.
Let me look through your stuff. One moment, please. I didn't know.
There's not a whole lot there.
Not yet. It brings out your mess kit and begins tapping on it, like trying to. It looks like it's trying to figure out what the hell it is.
Right, so that's for making tea.
Chirps at
Gods
you.
above.
Holds up a fork.
Yes, that's for eating things, not stabbing. You understand that, right? How not to stab?
It blinks at you and tilts its head to the side and puts the fork down. Holds up the spoon.
That's also to eat with things. Blink if you understand me.
It blinks its eyes, but its eyes blink from left to right.
You're a bald-faced liar.
It limps over to you and tries to hand you the spoon.
I very warily hold out my hand for the spoon.
Yeah, it gives you the spoon.
Oh, shit. Why were you in that basement?
It takes the fork, and it kind of starts limping over to Marcus. Puts the fork near Marcus.
Eat me, friend.
I'm gonna pull out some rations from my bag and hold it out towards him.
Yeah, he takes it. Sits very clearly mimicking your posture. And eats the rations.
Oh boy. I'm going to move slowly so I can sit like opposite him on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm fine. You're limping about. I assume you're hurt. I'll point at his injured leg. What's going on there?
Blinks at you. Do you want to take a look at the leg?
I do.
Okay. Roll me an animal handling check. I'll give you advantage because you're making friends. Food was involved. Food helps. 10. Okay.
Wow. Double eights
Double eights. Damn. All right.
for a total of 10.
Roll me a medicine check with disadvantage.
That's about right.
So you kind of go to like try and get a better look, and it kind of requires picking it up a little bit. So you go to kind of wrap your fingers around it to pick it up, and it dissipates into smoke through your fingers, and then reforms on the ground, crouching and looking a little bit like what the fuck just happened.
I hold my hands up and lean back. All right, none of that then. Well, shit, if you want to keep me company, I suppose you can. Just don't antagonize anyone.
He climbs into Marcus's bag.
Yep, that's fine.
Inventory.
Hold on, actually.
I'm looking.
Yeah, well, my inventory's in roll D&D Beyond.
Oh, it's a DB.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I can show it to you. Hold on.
No big. Mostly figuring out what he would pull out, if anything.
You said my backpack, right?
Yeah.
That's the stuff that's in it.
Oh, shit.
I'm saying a lot of things.
D&D turrets.
Ooh. Yeah, he is going to pull out that candle.
Sounds about right.
He pulls it out and he's really pleased with himself. And he sits down and he tries to take a bite out of it. Spits it out. Looks confused at it.
Yep, that's not food. I'm not going to show you what that is because you might burn the house down.
Gotta roll an intelligence check for the thing. Oh no. Tries licking it to see if that'll make it taste better. It doesn't. Seems confused by the candle. Tosses it to a side.
I am going to move over to where I left the rope tied around the post, unloop a length of it, sit on the ground, and toss it out just to see if he engages with it at all.
Try and play with him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a check. Hold on a moment. You get to play a couple of rounds of dangly rope before he realizes you're the one pulling it and loses interest to go find something else to explore in. Back into Marcus's bag, really.
Well, this is certainly one way to pass the night. I'm still wary of it, but I'm going to let it do its thing and just watch to make sure he doesn't hurt himself or hurt any of the others or make off with anything.
Sure. He does not appear to come back out.
He went into Marcus's bag and never came up.
Yep.
Oh, shit. I'm going to get up and walk over to take a look.
He's made a little nest of some spare clothes that Marcus had in there and is sleeping.
All right, well then.
I'm gonna walk around with a fairy in my bag that I don't even know is in my bag until I go in there to grab something. What the fuck?
All right, so I'm gonna just let the little guy sleep as I continue my watch,
Yeah,
and just every so often I'm gonna peek in on him.
sure. Roll perception check.
12.
12. See a long gash on his leg. It seems like that might be why he was limping.
Oh, I wonder what did that to you. I'm not going to try to do anything with that gash because I am not a healer. I have a hard enough time keeping myself alive.
Fair enough. The rest of your watch passes uneventfully.
When the sun starts to come up, I'm going to nudge Marcus awake.
Marcus will wake up. My turn.
To cook breakfast? Yes. By the way, you've got a stowaway in your bag.
Excuse me.
I just walk away.
I'm gonna go look in my bag. Like, okay.
There's a small shadow creature curled up in your disguise kit.
Well, that's I guess that could cause a problem. Do I see the gash on its leg?
You do see the gash on his leg.
Oh, so that's why you're walking around all funny.
Roll
What is advice? Don't try to pick him up. He doesn't like that.
And he's just passed out. It's just passed out.
It's just passed out, sleeping deeply. Roll a perception check.
11.
11. You see your candle is a couple inches away from your bag.
Well, that's interesting. What happened to my candle?
He tried to eat it.
It makes no sense, but it makes sense.
Pretty much explains the extent of our existence lately, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes, it does. Well, get some rest. Oh, or is it morning?
Yep. Sun rose not too long ago. I'm gonna go over to the door and open it up to check on the weather.
Drizzling, but no longer so it's not pouring anymore.
The weather has transformed from horrendous to tolerably miserable.
3 out of 4 of you are from England. This is fine.
And tolerably miserable.
Well, everybody wake up. Does everybody wake up, or do they just ignore Marcus?
Cecil stirs.
Start walking around and just like patting their foot to kind of nudge them awake. Up and at 'em. Time to get this show on the road. Oh, Cecil. You awake?
Yes, yes.
Right, so we have a new addition to our party. It's currently asleep in Marcus's bag if you want to draw it or whatever.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I
Do
pat on my
research is a
head.
great way to wake up in the morning, since good tea is hard to find. Walks over and just glances in very carefully, pulls out the book.
It has a small humanoidish creature. It's got like a squirrel tail made of shadows. It itself is kind of made of shadows. It's
Cecil makes whatever changes he needs to from the description from before.
yeah. Humanoid face kind of, but it's got like big bug eyes, which are currently closed because he is sleeping. Speaking of sleeping, Sam, check under your desk for Merlin in the usual spots.
So, we're in a predicament. I have a creature in my bag.
All I'm picturing is a shadow version of Scratch from Ice Age,
Not quite.
as far as the bulgy eyes and the tail.
How do I broach the situation of having a fairy in my fucking bag?
Oh, you certainly don't want to disturb it.
Well, I can't just leave my bag here, you know?
Just toss it over your shoulder. You can come along with us. Apparently, cellar wasn't good enough for him. All things considered, I'm not sure we could keep him behind if we wanted to.
Well, I have no problem with that. I'm afraid when I go to lift up the bag, it's going to disturb him.
Could try and wake him up first. Better to wake him up and move the bag than just move the bag and freak him out.
I suppose that's a good idea.
Danielle at this point has woken up, blinked herself awake, taken her hair down, put it back up, pinned it. Then she walks over and she hands them her hat.
What am I going to do with the hat?
Put the creature in it.
I mean, he can stay in the bag. I have no problem with that.
Put him in the hat and put the hat in the bag. The solution's obvious.
Marcus is going to do that thing where you go to lightly touch the creature, you know, like in a gentle little pat.
Sure.
And go, hey, little fella.
For reference, I'm posting a similar-ish picture in the lounge. What it kind of looks like.
Oh, jeez.
Somewhere between that and a pixie.
Gotcha. Okay. So I could just lightly pat it on the... I'll try to do a little scritch on the ear. How's that?
Yeah, his ear kind of does that thing where it moves sideways and twitches a little bit, but his eyes like slowly open at you. Notice his eyes open left to right and not up and down. Just appropriately terrifying.
I'm terrified, but I'm like doing the You want me to roll an animal handling for not to rip my face apart?
Yes, please.
Not bad. 15. Level 2, that's pretty high.
15? Yeah, that's not bad. That kind of just makes it. And he might like you a little bit better than he likes Gideon at the moment, so far.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he will, yeah, he'll let you pick him up.
All right.
But he definitely wakes all the way up.
Oh boy. So he'll pick him up and be like, "Your choice where you want to go, friend. I know your leg is actually now that I actually had picked him up, and he seems to like me a little bit more. Not that I knew what happened with Gideon, anyways, but." I'll take a look at the leg. I'll actually do a medicine check on the leg, see if I can't help him out there.
Sure.
Not bad. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yeah, you could probably patch him up a little bit. It might take a little bit of, like, a little bit of doing, a little bit of time, but you'd think you could probably bandage it up at least so it'll heal a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll take my healer's kit. I'll take a bandage out of that and kind of give it a little wrap up and say, "You got the shoulder, the bag, or the hat. You choose, friend."
He ducks into your back.
That's perfectly fine. Now he knows. So yeah, I'll put on my bag and I'll say, "I guess we're ready now." Apparently, I got a stowaway now. You can keep the hat, Danielle. Apparently, he likes disguise kits instead.
Danielle takes the hat back. Well, I kind of meant for you to put it in the bag so that it would at least the brim would hold the sides away. But if it's happy,
It's all that matters. I'm actually, so the other thing is too, Marcus is gonna say something like, sorry about this, friend, and he's actually gonna take the lantern that he used to go downstairs with
Uh-huh.
and attach it to his bag and be like, he's a human, and if they have to go explore a cave, he needs light.
That's fair. I mean, it's not on, so.
Right, and you're gonna use it when he needs to use it.
And are you attaching it? Are you putting it inside the bag or on the outside of the bag?
I figured it's like a bag that I could, strap
Yeah,
that I could
there's a
attach
strap. Yeah, it's an adventurer's bag.
it. Exactly. And I guess he'll head out and lead the group forward.
All right.
With a creature in his bag.
With a creature in his bag.
Cecil happy, no longer the shortest member of the party.
I was thinking about going Beastmaster or Ranger anyway, multi-class him. Apparently, I'll keep a Dark Fairy with me instead of a normal creature.
I will roll up the stats if you want to do that.
I literally was thinking about going Beastmaster Ranger. It's a multi-class. I'm not joking.
Well,
I figured I'd find like a wolf or something, but apparently I got a Dark Fairy instead.
you got a small shadow creature.
There's worse things to have.
Who is certainly currently small.
It's like having a mysterious ferret.
Yeah. It certainly
Danielle is
won't get
totally
any-
going to suggest the name Zephyr at some point during the day.
And yeah, so I guess we're continuing on our wonderful adventure.
The person
And-
who hasn't rolled me a d20, roll me a d20, please.
I've rolled one.
I
Gideon,
think
did you?
Cecil's the only one who didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The same
Yeah.
thing.
Slash 1d20
Yep.
Slash roll
Slash roll 1d20.
slash roll.
before you come out with my result.
Is not chat. Not valid in chat.
/roll space 1d20.
Uh,
I gotta admit, my rolls started off terribly, but man, they progressively got a lot better.
Want to trade?
Nope. I got a shadow fairy.
Yeah, as you're walking through the forest, you see a huge tree, like, just off the path that you're following. And it's got these beautiful large apples.
I suppose we probably should have something to eat. Assuming these aren't. Looks around to make sure there's no dead creatures lying all around the bottom of the tree with an apple in their mouth or something.
Nope. No, nothing's visible immediately.
How high up is the tree?
It's a pretty tall apple tree. It's been here a long ass time. It's probably older than most of the forest.
Nope. Not taking from the tree of knowledge or the tree that will suddenly go, how would you like if I pick your apples? Nope.
I'm sure it's perfectly all right. If nothing, we can feed an apple to the little shadow thing and see if it lives.
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't want to eat from the wild tree in a land that carries small, shadowy figures.
There are light versions of this.
It can't all be bad, can it? I mean, there's a village of people.
And they seem to be doing so well.
Right
All
fell
I'm,
inside.
all I'm
Night.
saying is we don't know if these particular apples in a foreign land are poisonous.
Can I examine the tree? Would that be a survival or would it be in nature?
Yeah, sure, nature.
#21.
21. These look large and they're very vibrant and red, so you get the feeling that it could be medicine, it could be poison, could be both. Hard to tell just from looking at it. Doesn't look like anything that you recognize though. I mean, it looks like an apple, but it's not quite right.
I'm going to regret this, and walks over and tries to find a branch or something that's on the ground to try and knock one down.
Sure.
Catch.
Yeah. Easy enough.
No worries, Cecil. You only live thrice.
Crones
Are you
right down the
sure at
road.
this point we don't have 9 lives?
Never been fond of cats. They always look like they're judging me.
So Cecil's going to take his dagger out and just cut a little slice of the apple off.
Okay.
And he's going to take a bite.
Sure. Okay. Roll me a DC. All right, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Dang it.
Okay, 7. You feel full.
My dude.
Like you've solidly eaten a meal. However, you are also poisoned. You don't take any damage, but you have the poison condition.
You feel full, and then your stomach feels something quite different.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. And how do I set that?
I don't
On
think it's something you said. I think you just need to remember.
okay. Like, well, I'm full, but at the same time, not well.
So, you decided to eat an apple from a foreign land, and now you don't feel good. Is that what you're saying?
Truth be told, that describes how I often feel when I eat apples.
I should point out, this may have nothing to do with it, but I am in a new body. For all I know, I may not like apples now. I don't know. It didn't look like this before. He holds the apple up. Someone else is more than willing to
No,
try, if not.
no,
I'm
no.
fine.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you. But no.
Points for taking a step forward for science, though.
Hmm. Yes, he's already in the middle of writing "Don't eat apples" in the book.
Don't eat apples.
But he is still going to wrap it up. Take a bit of a cloth from his pouch and wrap it up, and he's going to put it in the bag of holding just to look at later.
Sure. Okay. That's the first 2 hours of travel done. May I get another d20, please?
I'll roll. Hey, middle of the road.
As you're walking down this path, you hear someone coming and walking towards you. They are not quiet. And you hear the clink of someone wearing armor.
Do we all hear that?
Yeah. They're not quiet.
Can I stealth into the woods?
Sure.
Also stealth, please.
Yeah, sure.
Also, stealth, although
Everyone who wants to stealth can stealth.
Oh shit, where did everyone go?
19.
21.
Cecil, remember you roll at disadvantage.
yeah,
3.
Cecil's
The
just
ro-
coughing behind a tree.
Marcus and Danielle are just gone.
Marcus and Danielle are gone. Cecil is trying to hide behind a tree, but like has a little bit of some allergies and just like a very unfortunately timed sneeze. As this young woman approaches, she looks at you, Gideon, a little confused. She's got white hair, crisscross scars on her face. I mean,
Oh, gee.
she kind of blinks at you.
Good morning.
Good morning. You know, it's not safe to travel the roads alone.
Well, I'd like to think that wherever I go, I'm never alone. You're alone.
I also do not travel alone. And she kind of taps something on her chest, and you see what looks like some sort of symbol. It's like a fairly large pendant she's wearing.
Ah, a holy woman.
I am. I mean, you can tell your little friend to come out from behind this tree. I'm not very good at seeing sneaky people, but they are not very sneaky.
No, but I think it makes him feel better.
All right.
All you hear is as he's blowing his nose as he comes around the corner.
Do you have a cold? I can help that.
No, I think it was just something over here. I might have stepped in, kicked up some dandelions or something. I don't know. I'm fine, thank you though.
Do you know anything about poisoned apples by chance?
No, but I can heal poison.
That would be most appreciated if you could. I seem to have nibbled on forbidden fruit, I guess.
Yeah, don't eat strange berries in the woods. That's what my mother's always told me. And you see her, she kind of walks over. She'll kneel in front of you, do a general like wellness check over you, and you see her put her hand on your chest. You feel kind of a warmth, and there's a little purple glow, and you feel better, and you are no longer poisoned.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I am in your service. Does a little bow, take the hats off.
She stands and nods to you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And if I could get your name, milady?
I'm called Alina. But you may not have my name. And she gives you a wink.
Well, you may have mine. Mine is Cecil Kendrick Huxley III. At your service.
That's a big name for me to have. I'm going to have to find bigger pockets to put it into.
Cecil pauses and goes, yes, Cecil works just as well.
Right, Cecil, you probably shouldn't be going around doing that.
That was just good manners. She did help me.
Right.
Besides, I'm not likely to run into anybody I know.
No, it's more. Never mind.
You'll have to educate your friend later on Fey lore, I assume.
Yes, I suppose I will. Speaking of Fey lore,
Hmm.
do you know if there's a Druid's Grove nearby?
There is. It's about 4 hours that way. It's a very small dimension. You can't miss it.
Dimension.
Yes.
I just blink at her.
She just blinks at you back.
I'm not entirely sure what that means.
This dimension is very small. She holds her fingers like a couple of inches apart. It is hard to miss things.
By this dimension, you mean...
The one we are currently in. The current plane of existence that we are on.
Huh. You really don't speak like any of the other villagers back there.
I am not a villager. I am a temporarily displaced adventurer like yourself.
Well, that's making an
And I am
assumption.
definitely not lost.
What brings you to... And I look around this neck of the woods, then.
I am definitely not lost. She just gives you a
From
grin.
my own heart.
So where were you? Where are you heading to? That you're definitely heading to.
Well, I was home and I was going to the Shadowfell, so somewhere in between those two.
Shadowfell. I'm not sure if I've heard of that.
Yeah,
Pulls out
you'll
his book,
find out.
starts flipping through it.
You'll find out about it eventually, I'm sure. I'm probably only here for a few more minutes. Rift, our wizard, is usually pretty good about rescuing me when these things happen. And normally I am not in as good shape. Is there anything else I can help you with before I go?
No, I'm good.
You
Look at
happen
the
to know
others.
anything about little black squirrel-looking fairies?
Little black squirrel-looking fairies.
About yay high, inquisitive,
Can I look at
very
it?
stupid.
Very stupid.
Cecil,
Alright, well, that explains a lot to people, to be honest. But can I look at the small creature, or do I just have to guess? It's a strange...
Cecil pulls out his book and pulls out the pages because they're still hiding. Pulls out the pages.
You have
Here's a drawing of it.
drawing. Okay. Okay. That is a darkness.
I mean, it is fairly dark. But
No, it is a darkness. The creature is called a darkness. That is like a baby one. That's probably why it's so stupid. They are shapeshifters.
Oh, wonderful.
Don't worry, they don't have like maternals, so if you run into a little one, it's kind of on its own.
Are they?
Like turtles,
I
I
won't.
guess. It would be like turtles. They're like, they just lay the egg. Egg hatches, and it's up to itself to find its way back to the ocean.
So I'm assuming they're not harmless, but are there anything we
no,
should
they're
know, be wary of?
not harmless. They get big fast. So, like, watch out for the little ones, because little ones become big ones very quickly. And they shapeshift and can turn into smoke.
So what's capable of hurting one of these things?
Gods. Anything, really. Like a little one? Fuck. Yeah. Animals sometimes catch them. They're not very smart. I've met
Before
like
you,
maybe like a dumb dog, like the intelligence of a dumb dog.
Sounds about right.
They like to pretend to be human though, which is creepy as hell when they're bigger.
I must ask this just in case your friend does find you and pull you back to whoever you were. In your walk down this road, you didn't by any chance come across a man leading a bunch of children or rats or some combination
Oh,
of the two? May have had a flute or a quarter of some kind, or
Like a Pied Piper or something? I've heard that story as a
yes.
child.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's and you see behind her there's a shimmer as a kind of golden circle starts to appear and swirl behind her. I have not heard of such a thing or seen such a thing. I ran into a giant skeleton head that made us all dance, but that was it. That was not here though, that was some other dimension.
Cecil kind of peeks around and goes, "I believe your coach is here, ready."
Mm. She looks back. You see a kind of frustrated looking blue gentleman with white hair kind of give her an annoyed look. Yari, I knew you would find me. Alright, so, don't eat any more strange berries. Watch out for the darkness, and, good luck with your, Pied Piper situation.
Thank you, and thank you again for the heal.
Of course.
Fair travels.
She gives you a wave, and she heads through the portal.
It's safe now. I've defeated the monster.
Marcus will step out and be like, "We could see and hear everything. You do know that, right?"
I would like to
Nope.
just like be standing right behind Gideon's elbow.
I'll copy paste what was on the chart. It's in the
Oh,
lounge.
wow.
I thought you guys would get a kick out of it, or the couple of you that know.
Sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Cameo appearance by.
Yep.
Well, apparently we have at least a 4-hour hike ahead of us. I suggest we get going.
And now we know a little bit about the not to eat any of the fruit in this area, this dimension.
She didn't say that. She just said, "Don't eat weird berries in the forest."
Great advice for anyone to take. Like Marcus and Gideon and Danielle.
I mean, to be fair, it was an apple.
Because apples can't be poisonous.
So long as we're not buying it from an old woman.
Those are the worst ones. Don't get those ones. And we know that I'm apparently carrying the darkness with me.
The darkness.
Yeah.
I am the darkness.
It's a darkness.
I am the night.
He sounds, or they sound very useful. They've trained right.
If trained right.
So what are you gonna call it?
I haven't thought of anything yet. I figured I'll throw a couple names at it and see which one sticks. What about Bill? I really wasn't thinking about Bill. I don't know.
Right. And I start walking.
Bill the Darkness sounds like not what you mean to say.
I'm gonna build the darkness.
Bill the Darkness is my indie punk rock band. It's my ska band. Sorry. Can't have it. It's the name of my ska band now.
Arnie Darkness.
Bill the Darkness. Headlining at the State Theater. They've got 3 trumpet players. Anyway. You guys head further into the forest. Someone roll me the next d20, please.
I guess I can. Here we go. 5.
5.
That's kind of a meh roll. Meh.
At least it's not a 1.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. 5 might be the lucky number that we've been waiting for.
All right, now roll for number of dragons.
Not quite. Nope, you are all set. We already had some rain, so. The next 2 hours pass uneventfully as you talk about what you're going to name the darkness.
I was thinking about twinkles.
That sounds stupid.
What's wrong with twinkles?
It doesn't abbreviate well.
Hmm.
What about Stygian, Umbra,
Indian?
Dusk?
Darkness.
You're one of those guys that would name a dog dog, wouldn't you?
I had a dog named Dog.
I should have known. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we have to wait to see what his personality is.
He likes to steal things, I can tell you that.
As long as you don't name it like Mordred or something.
No, no.
That's a pull.
Apparently, they like to eat candles. Call it something like waxy or something.
No, they actually don't like to eat candles. I know that much.
Oh, they don't like to eat candles because, I mean, I don't have a candle because of it.
You
I'm
do have a
going with
candle,
the
it's just in
this is
pieces.
like the puppy ate your shoe deal.
All right. As you feel feel like you're getting close to the druid's grove, I will need one more d20 roll, please.
That's you, Cecil. Or no, Danielle. It would be Danielle this time.
Okay, I've got it then. 7. I think we had a 7 already.
Cecil actually rolled a 7.
You find
Come
a berry
across a
bush.
tree of large pears.
All right, 7.
7.
Lucky number 7.
That's a good point. Lucky number 7.
Yeah, sure. You see to your left a rock, a tree that's starting to turn that dark purple of fall a little early. And you keep walking. So you see to your left a rock, and a tree that's starting to turn that dark purple of fall early. And you keep walking. And you see a tree.
No.
Can I do a perception check?
Sure.
Does that even be needed?
Is there a rock that looks awfully familiar?
It's a rock that looks awfully familiar.
That rock looks awfully familiar.
Cecil's like, nope. Wow, this is a really popular rocks and twigs and trees.
I am also going to roll a perception check just because
Sure.
reasons. 10. Not great. It looks wicked familiar though.
Anyone else getting a feeling that we've... You know, that
Drawn
feeling?
in circles.
Yeah, that one.
Deja vu? About 7 times? Yes.
Cecil walks up to a rock, one of the rocks, and the bigger rocks. Takes out his quill and pen and just kind of makes a little mark on it.
Okay.
Excellent idea.
Head off.
Does the road split off at all? Does it go in a different
Nope.
direction?
Same walking forward.
We encounter that rock again.
Yeah, as you move forward again. Walk a bit. There's the rock. It has a little bit of ink on it.
This forest is haunted.
Well, what happens if we walk the other way?
Let's give it a shot.
We're gonna try to walk in the opposite direction.
Sure. So on your right, you see a rock and a tree that's starting to turn purple. A little early for this time of year, but that's fine. The rock has a little bit of a ink stain on it. You can keep walking. And on your right, you see a tree that's starting to turn purple a little bit early. And a rock with an ink
Son
stain
of
on
a
it.
bitch.
What about if
Yes.
we don't follow the road? What if we go into the woods and
I'd suggest let's keep that one in our pocket until we've exhausted everything. Just in case the woods are a greater danger. What if we walk backwards down the road? Literally backwards.
You see the
Okay.
darkness peek its head out of Marcus's bag, sniff the air a little bit, and then make an angry chipmunk chittering noise. Just in general.
Yep, we feel the same way, little guy.
I really wish I could talk to this thing.
Go ahead. Talking to it's not the problem. It's understanding you. That's something different.
Thank you for that deduction.
Insightful words of wisdom. I've got many of them.
Do I see what direction he's looking in? Like, or is he just like kind of sniffing around all around?
He's sniffing all around, but he definitely seems to be, like, focused a little bit off the path towards the, let's see, east.
Start walking backwards down the road.
Sure.
I let him walk backwards down the road to see if he comes backwards towards me.
Yeah. He kind of fades from sight and then appears right in front of you. Really small and hard to see, but walking backwards towards you.
Well, Gideon, I suggest you just turn around and start heading
Bloody
in our
hell.
direction.
All right, I'm tapped.
And you said the creature, we'll call him the darkness for now.
Yep.
Is staring towards the east. Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's making some angry chittering noises at the east.
Marcus is going to look at him and say, "You're probably going to want to get in the bag for this one."
He blinks at
And
you.
he's actually. And Marcus is going to start heading in that direction.
Sure.
All right, so we are going into the woods.
And I actually would like to make a stealth check if I can.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Blink the darkness.
As you head into the woods, in the direction where, like a small creature that was just doing that yeah, come over here and say it to my face bark, he immediately tucks back into your bag. Immediately, as you head in the direction he was chirping at.
I'm going to try to follow likewise stealthily.
Sure, roll a stealth check.
Yes, I'll follow along.
Oh,
And
for
That's funny.
shit's sake!
roll me a perception
No.
check to,
I am the quietest fighter.
it's also possible he was angry at something that we are now going towards.
you should definitely roll me perception checks as you are theoretically following each other.
1917 for myself.
Shit, I've lost him.
22 stealth and 9 perception.
Okay.
We all stealth into the woods and immediately lose each other.
I have lost myself.
Oh no!
I mean, I lost you guys, but I at least know my general direction.
If whoever's keeping us in here can't find us, if
You
we
guys
can't
are
find
doing.
ourselves.
You guys are doing a really good job stealthing. We can't find each other. As you feel like you may have gotten separated the moment you decided that you were going to stealth.
After like
Okay, first,
two, go ahead.
are we still going in circles?
No, you seem to be heading deeper into the woods.
Okay.
After 2 minutes of this, I realize that I can't see Marcus and I can't hear anyone else. So I'm going to stop and just like stand up and look around. I don't think this is walking. Not the way we intended. Hello?
Do I hear him?
Yeah, he's not quiet. He is like 50 feet to your right, though.
I
Alexa,
start going
everyone.
towards his voice.
I start moving forward, not even bothering to stealth now.
Yeah.
As does Cecil.
Okay. I'm not gonna
So,
rag on you too much. You guys do eventually join up again.
actually, Marcus is going to stay stealth now that he knows what direction they are in because they
Yeah.
are not being quiet.
Sure.
Marcus is going to head ahead of the group, stealth,
Mhm.
to see if he can figure anything out.
Sure.
Stealthing ahead, as they call it. I'm recon. Don't worry, folks.
Don't worry. Yeah. As you kind of move forward, you see a young man kind of leaning against a tree. Just chilling. Smoking a pipe.
Is he wearing any of the cloth that everybody says the friggin' fiddler was wearing for?
No.
Oh,
He is wearing
okay.
what looks like a beautiful silk robe. With it's hard to tell because every time the cloth moves, it changes color a little bit.
Interesting. Does he notice me?
And he is smoking a pipe. He is not playing a pipe.
But does he notice me? Or do I?
Let's see. Give me a moment. What did you roll for stealth?
Alright. 17.
Let me look at the stat block. Oh boy. Perception. You said a 17?
Mm-hmm.
He does not seem to notice you.
And he doesn't look hostile or anything, right? He just looks like he's just kind of chilling, smoking a pipe.
Chillin', smoking a pipe. Occasionally you see him close his eyes and watch something behind his eyelids, and it seems like he's amusing himself in some sort of way, at least in his own mind.
Not to, startle him or anything, but Marcus will come out of the woods closer to him. Hello, friend. Seem to be lost here. Was wondering if you could give me some information.
I don't really give things, he says, kind of looking you up and down as he leans against the tree. It's not really in my nature. I do trade, though. But first things first, may I have your name?
People call me Marcus.
He nods.
And what would your name be?
It's 80.
80? Like the number 80?
Not quite. Pronounced the same way, though.
Fair enough. So you're a keeper of goods? And Marcus is just thinking in his head after everything that's happened, he's like, motherfucker, it's not one of these kinds of trades, is it?
I am a keeper of things. I like things. And I'm happy to trade things for other things.
Ah, riddles. Those are always fun.
A clear path to one's goal is certainly something that I'm sure you and your friends can put a price to.
Depends on the price. I'm just looking for simple directions.
Well, what do you have to offer?
What do you want?
Something interesting.
I got stories. I got material things too.
I don't particularly care for material things.
I didn't think you were a dealer in that. I don't think coin is your kind of purchase either.
No, not particularly.
I'm not trading them the ferry.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm not cruel.
That'd be a dick
I don't
move.
like this dude. Yeah, I don't like this dude.
So what are the
tell
rest
me
of you
what you
doing?
want.
Oh, give me a moment.
Yeah, well,
What
nope.
are the rest of you
Nope,
doing?
nope.
In the distant background, you just hear, "Oh ye, income free." All right, I think we've lost Marcus.
I think I can hear him talking up there.
Are you certain?
Sounds like someone's having a conversation.
Shit, I've been going in the wrong direction.
Danielle is still stealth. She's just following Gideon because he's obvious.
Where the hell is Danielle? Probably shouldn't leave her out here all alone.
Oh, Danielle seems quite the capable young lady.
She nearly died yesterday.
As did you.
No, I actually died yesterday.
Yes, well. She would not be here if she did not have talents, skills.
I don't doubt that. I'm just concerned that something might have grabbed her and Marcus. Might just become you and me against this Piper.
Why can't I say my name? I'm still confused about that. It's just proper etiquette.
We're dealing with some odd creatures. Best to say, introduce yourself by way of "you may call me."
Oh, all right.
Don't simply give your name.
Knowledge is power and all that.
Think of it this way. When you give a gold coin to a beggar, you never know what that beggar might do to you afterwards. They might take it and go and get some food. They may follow you home and murder you in your sleep. Those are clearly the only things that beggars are capable of.
You have lived a very interesting life, my friend.
And that was only the first one.
So we'll flash back to Marcus. A story would be nice. A secret would be better.
Story or a secret? I have a very interesting friend that you should meet. He's the one yelling in the far distance. Gideon, we're over here.
You want to trade?
Marcus!
What's that? What you said?
You have a friend to trade. That's quite a give.
No, I'm not gonna trade a friend. He's gonna trade you stories. He knows a lot of them. I'm sure he has plenty of secrets as well. Gideon, really need your assistance over here.
Right, I'm on my way. Just keep talking. Oh, there you are. I've lost Danielle. Found Cecil, though.
Gideon, I'd like you to meet my new acquaintance here, 80.
Like the number?
Said the same, but spelled differently.
What on earth are you doing out in the middle of the woods like this?
He gives you a smile. I have nothing to fear in the woods. Your friend said you might be willing to trade a story or a secret for a clear path to your goal.
What the hell?
Apparently, our friend here deals in secrets and stories instead of coin and materials.
Oh no. I'm not sure if it would be in our best interest to enter into an arrangement with this fellow.
He kind of tuts at you. There's no need to be rude.
I mean, suppose I could offer you a feather of a chicken killed by a twice dead man. Any interest? No? Damn.
Wait, he blinks and looks at you and goes, the feather of a chicken killed by a twice dead man.
I'm sure it would fetch quite a sum in certain markets.
He looks at you, looks a little amused, and nods and holds his hand out.
I swing my bag around and I pull out a feather from some of the feathers that had stuck to me the other night. That I just happened to find like on my clothes in the morning as I was cleaning stuff off and hold it out to him.
He takes it. He pushes some bushes aside, and they almost seem to come to life and jump apart, leading to a secondary path. And he gives you a nod and whistles as he walks off.
Holy shit, that walked.
Hey, Gideon, I always knew you were useful.
I always knew I was useful too. Was there any doubt?
Cecil opens his mouth.
That was well timed.
Yes, Cecil, did you want to say something?
No, that was an interesting interaction, and I shall be ruminating on every word of it. while I try and figure out what just happened.
I'm still trying to figure out why I woke up this morning. And Marcus will start walking forward
Okay.
onto the new path.
On
It's
to the
because
new
I
path.
shook you.
Cecil turns back, looking for Daniel.
Danielle is like right behind Cecil.
Oh, she's... Yep. Hey, well, my lady. We knew you were fine. And then just kind of strides forward.
Y'all will be approaching from here, where my little cursor is.
Boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
I can see a rat in the doorway.
That's okay.
Oh, dang.
Shit.
We're not sure if they found us or we found them.
Oh,
Who
man.
gave the rats a castle? Fortress thing.
It's a fucking castle. We broached the castle.
As you approach the Druid's Grove, you hear the sound of music playing and rats skittering. And at that, we're gonna call it for tonight.
Alrighty. Thank you very much for game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna call it midnight.
Midnight, the darkness.
That's a
Midnight,
good
the darkness.
Shadow, the shadow, shadow.
Hope you guys liked your guest spot.
As soon as you said the clanking of armor, I was like, I bet you I know who this is gonna be.
Yeah.
And for those of us who don't know, who was it?
Her name is Alina. She's one of my primary characters in a different campaign, but is originated in the campaign that came before this one.
Oh, okay.
She had a tendency to show up in places.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling it won't be the last time we meet her.
Probably not. It seems to be a
Seeing as how-
different Alina, though.
Yes.
Maybe
Alina the Younger.
Alina the Younger.
A nicer one.
Alina the Younger.
Oh, I got myself the darkness. I somehow captured the darkness.
You
guys.
captured the darkness.
That's bullshit. I coaxed it into your bag. By coaxed it, I mean I let it do its own thing until it fell asleep.
The darkness is like cats. It picks a person.
Marcus is the one it likes, Gideon's the one it tolerates.
That sounds about right. It
Oh,
fits
boy.
Marcus's personality just fine.
I was like, I know,
Alrighty,
I know
everyone.
the direction this is going. The moment you're like, I'm going Beastmaster Rogue, I'm like, well, guess what?
Oh.
That's wonderful.
It fits the perfect Beastmaster Rogue too, because it's literally the darkness.
It's the darkness.
Hold on, I'm just gonna step behind my giant darkness creature.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Stealth.
make up some fucking stats for this thing.
There you go. Hey, you know.
I saw the picture first. Actually, that's not quite what happened. It's inspired by a TikTok, which I will send you. I will post it in the lounge when I find it again.
Alrighty, I'm yawning, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna head out to bed.
I am as
Same.
well. Have a good
Have
night,
a good
everyone.
night,
Thank you
everyone.
for game.
Thank
you.
you. Have a good night.
Night.